Hi guys, it's CalmBee, and today I'm doing a tutorial on how to make the perfect circles in Rec Room. There are 4 different methods that I use when I'm building, and I'm going to teach you all of them. Also, as you might notice, I've received my first tutorial gown, which I'm very excited about, so thanks for watching my videos, and let's get started. So the first method, and probably the easiest, would be to open your palette on your maker pen. Go to your gears, which is your settings, and make sure that uniform shapes is selected. Then go to shapes, donut, and create. So obviously this is a super easy way to make a circle. However, sometimes you might not want it to have a certain level of thickness, which you can't manipulate using this method. So I'm going to show you a few other methods. So let's undo that. Now I'm going to hit half pipe, and again make sure your uniform shapes is on, and to make a half pipe I can manipulate this to be a little bit shorter, clone, and rotate on the green axis, and there we go. That's another simple way to make a circle shape, but again you might not want it a square looking, so let's give it another try. Let me delete that. So the third method is going to be using tubing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my watch settings, and settings, gameplay, and make sure your swipe rotate mode is set to smooth. Because when we spin the circle, if we have a 45-degree or a 90-degree angle, we're not going to get a nice circle shape. Then in your maker pen, open your palette, make sure your tube height is set to 100. Doesn't have to be, it depends on what you're building. Tube facets, which is how round the tube shape is going to be, I have it set to 10. I'm going to do 8 cm tube size. Make sure uniform shapes is unchecked, and your rotation snap and position snap are brought all the way down. And I'm going to hold my maker pen in my left hand, and I'm going to use my right remote to spin around. So there you go. I'm stuck in my circle. If I could get out. This is a simple way to make a circle shape, and it's also very ink efficient. So if you have a room where you're running out of ink, this is a great way to create the circle shape. And with all the adjustments in your maker pen, you can really make the shape fit a lot of different purposes, whether it's more square or circular, or how thick it is. There's a lot you could do with this method. Now, the last method, which I'm going to show you, is probably the most difficult. What you're going to want to do is click cube, make sure your snapping is on grid, and go back to your settings and hit uniform shapes. So I'm going to make a perfect square, and then I'm going to clone this. Let's see, I'll do it 5 times. And again, if you want a bigger circle, you would make this a bigger plus sign. So now I have this plus sign, so you're probably wondering, well, how do you turn this into a circle? I'll show you. So now that I have these perfect 4 points, that'll be the outside of the circle. I'm going to delete the inside. Then what I'm going to do is select, clone, go to your settings, have your rotation snap probably set, I like to set it down to 5%. So I'm going to clone it in the center by hitting the white plus sign. And now I'm going to rotate this ever so slightly. And I'm just going to keep repeating until I have a good circle. Clone. And again, make sure you're using the blue axis here, or else you're going to be a little bit askew. And make sure, like, for each rotation that I'm doing, I see it move like 2 small notches. So you want to just make sure you're consistent with that. This is a good method. There you go. If you want to be very precise in your tubing, sometimes when you spin around the circle, it's not exact, but sometimes you're going for that effect. This would be great for maybe some tunnels that you're creating in a map, or whatever it might be. You could adjust the length, you could scale it up and down once you have this perfect circle shape. And once you select all of it, you can hit merge and it becomes just one shape, and you could reuse it for different purposes. So that's the 4 ways to make a circle. If you know of any others, please comment down below. I always love to learn new ways to use the Maker Pen. That's all I have today, so bye, and I'll see you soon.